2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Taking a look at New York, this game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
This is a special matchup. I mean, we got here tonight. Two rival franchises, a lot of history between the two, and some bad blood. So let's just see how all this adds up in terms of drama.
And guys, I think if you ask them, as far as they're concerned, this game counts twice in the standings. I mean, it carries that kind of weight. It really holds that kind of significance for both of them.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony, then there's Aflalo, and it's Galloway in at the one.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Roten kicks to Iverson. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. That's good. Okafor's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Lopez a screen. Galloway the pass to Lopez. And he goes in for the dunk.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kev, Derek Fisher and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Minimizing steals is one of his big focal points in this game. He said that taking care of the ball and not giving away possessions is something that is paramount to his team's chances for success in this basketball game, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, they're thinking mainly about how to tackle the defense they're facing.
And that's got to be the focus. It takes a lot of game planning to come up with ways to put points on the board consistently against these guys.
And we know this coach is very comfortable game planning. He'll have a lot of ideas of how to attack this defense today. You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Now, here's Roten. 9-point game his last outing. Iverson dishes to Noel. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game. Shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
There's Galloway. 9-point game his last outing. He feeds it to Aflalo. Here's Porzingis. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Now here's Iverson. He's coming off a 22-point game against Atlanta.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
Here's Galloway after the made shot from Allen Iverson. Aflalo, no good.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. So he gets them both. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen him boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
Follow against Iverson. Covington in the corner. Pulls up. And the 76ers get it back. Here's Okafor. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
The Knicks making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. Here's Anthony. Anthony missing again. The 76ers leading by 4.
You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
Now here's Lopez after the miss from Allen Iverson. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for New York. Calderon comes in for Langston Galloway. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And listen, the pressure is always on the Knicks to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York can have its advantages, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
Now here's Anthony. Carlos Boozer unable to get his shot to go. And a follow wide open. He shoots. Almost, but it rolls out. The 76ers lead. Roten with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Iverson right side. 5 to shoot. The turnaround Jay. Another miss by Boozer.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
They get it back. And a follow kicks to O'Quinn. They set the pick. Now Calderon. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. The open shot of Flalo. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Here's Calderon after Carl Landry's bucket. And here's Calderon off the screen. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And Thompson kicks to Grant. Here's the 3. There's the bucket. Good. And the 76ers lead by 7.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here's Grant. There's the screen. Kicks it to O'Quinn. There's the triple. And the shot is good. Calderon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Knicks trail by 6. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And so here is Philadelphia after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Landry passes to Grant. On the wing, Thompson with the shot. And the 76ers get it back. Can't nail the jumper.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And here are the 76ers now after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Here's Landry, and O'Quinn sends it back. He kicks to Calderon. Grant outside. Now here's Anthony. He had 16 points in the win against Minnesota. That's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Landry kicks to Thompson. Here's Boozer. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
From the arc, and the basket good. 6 points for him.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And now the 76ers on the break. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for Philadelphia. Louis Amundsen, he's checked in for New York. Dishes it to Landry. Out to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. Landry gets the bucket. Landry's got 6 points. 1 second left. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team.
It's easy. It's basketball. It's out there having fun. It's out there working together. You know, the biggest thing is the defensive end. As long as we keep that up, we're going to score enough points to, possibly win basketball games. So I'm definitely not concerned from that aspect of it.
Well, you know